Hi Booktube, it's Shelly and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing the B tag. The B tag was created by Jim's Books, Reading and Stuff. I was told that you have to do the hand motions when you're talking about Jim's channel. So that's what I did. I was tagged by Gina Stanier Books. Thanks, Gina. I really appreciate it. I love being tagged. And yeah, let's get started, all right? Let's get started with the B tag. Okay, so there are 8 prompts. Prompt 1, my computer is right here, by the way. B is for Bildungsroman. By the way, I have pronounced this word many different times, and I think it's Bildungsroman. That's my best pronunciation. I used to call it a Bildungsroman or a Bildungsroman, but I'm fairly certain it's Bildungsroman. Okay, do you have a favorite Bildungsroman or coming of age story? Yes, well, the coming of age stories is one of my favorite kind of books. I really love them. I'm such a sucker for them, especially a really good one. Okay, but last year I read A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. My poor, sad, taped up copy that fell apart basically when I was reading it. But I love this book. It is about a young girl named Franny. I think Francie? Francie. Y'all, I'm embarrassing myself on BookTube. Francie. Okay, so it's about a girl named Francie who lives in Brooklyn, and she lives a very poor and pretty tough life financially. I described this book once as so sorrowful and sad that when any character in the book has a moment of joy or of happiness, it feels well-deserved, especially for anyone in Francie's family. But it's a gorgeous story. Betty Smith is a lovely author. She has wonderful details about what life is like in Brooklyn in the, I think, 1920s. And yeah, it's just a good, solid book, and I would recommend it to anyone. It's so good. Okay, B is for Beagle, not a prompt, but a chance to see our Beagle, Abby. I've talked about it before, but I don't have any pets, so I don't have any cute montages for pets. B is for best. What is the best book you have read this year so far? That would be Unfollow by Megan Phelps Roper. It is the story of the Westboro Baptist Church, and Megan Phelps Roper's subtitle is Loving and Leaving the Westboro Baptist Church. I might do a whole dedicated review on this book, but it sucked me in. I listened to it, and I listened to it twice. That's how much I love this book. Okay. 4. B is for bookshop or bookstore. Do you have a favorite bookstore? I am a very nostalgic person. I think they used to say back in the olden days that somebody was plagued with nostalgia. And I don't know if that's a good phrase for it, but sometimes I feel like my nostalgic heart just bubbles and bursts. Anyways, so yes, my favorite bookstore is the one that I went to growing up, and it is still there today, which is shocking. It's called the Friends of the Library. The Friends of the Library bookstore in California gets donated, it does get donated books. A lot of the profit, I believe, goes back into the public library system, and they get all the library discards to sell at the library. It's this little teeny tiny hole in the wall kind of bookstore where everything is priced for just $1 or $2. I grew up going there and actually went back a few months ago when I was visiting family, and I fell in love. It is organized the same way as when I was a girl, and gosh, it's my happy place. Now there are bigger and more beautiful and more expansive bookstores out there, but the Friends of the Library in California is my absolute favorite. Okay, B is for banned books. Is there any book you think should be banned? No. No. I do think that if there are books with sensitive material, that the library, and if they're housed at the library, that the library would do their due diligence and keep track of who's looking at those books, and keep track of what patrons have checked it out. But at this point, most library systems are able to keep track of that. I believe, actually, I don't know. Anyways, I think that keeping track of who's looking at it is probably a good thing, especially if the material is extremely sensitive. And I do think that books ought to be age appropriate. So I don't think that there ought to be books in elementary school libraries that are utterly inappropriate for kids. But yeah, other than that, no banned books. No, yeah. Okay, B is for Bible. What is your favorite book of the Bible, and what trigger warnings do you think it should have? I grew up in a Christian household. It was a wonderful and loving and fantastic household to grow up in. We read the Bible a lot. My life has changed a lot since my childhood, and I actually don't have a Bible in my house right now. The most I could do is a hymnal. But the books of the Bible that I tend to reflect on, the ones that I go back to, are Psalms and Proverbs, basically poetry in these books. And they're encouraging and talk about humanity in a beautiful way. And do I think that there should be trigger warnings on those books? No, probably not. Not sure how I feel about trigger warnings, to be honest. Okay, B is for bookshelf. I'm gonna put in some clips of my bookshelves. My books are all over the house. I don't have a dedicated space for books. They're just organized throughout the house, and I will show them now. Again, these are my bookshelves. So these are the ones that are in my living room, and we actually have kids' books. Y'all, this is real life, so things are very messy sometimes with kids' books. Don't look at that. And then there's some portraits, and we have shelves on the other side as well. There they are. Here are some books in our guest room. And this is our guest room bookshelf. These are our collection of photography books and Aperture magazine. Okay, final prompt, prompt 8. B is for Brazil. Paulo Coelho's The Alchemist has been translated into 70 languages. Have you read any Paulo Coelho's, and if so, what did you think of his books? I haven't read any. The Alchemist has been on my TBR for probably a decade. I just haven't picked it up. No reason. I just haven't gotten around to it. Anyways, if you've read any Paulo Coelho's, or I don't know how to exactly to say his name, but if you've read any of him, can you tell me what was good, what wasn't good, if you liked it, if you didn't like it, what you would recommend? And yeah, that's it. Okay, now to tag people. Wait, give me a second. I gotta figure out who I want to tag, okay? Okay, y'all, I had to figure out who I was gonna tag. So I'm gonna tag Michael K. Vaughn. I think Michael has only done the A tag, so I'm ready for him to do the B tag. I'm also gonna tag Bright and Bookish. I think that she would be fantastic at this tag. Wonderful newbie channel like myself. And I'm gonna tag David Wiley, who did the A tag and the D tag, but didn't do the B or C tag. So you are officially tagged for the B tag. Okay, well that's it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I really love being here, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye guys.